promise, junk journaling does not need to be complicated. Scissors, stick glue, a free magazine, and a junk mailer. That's what you need to start. We're going to literally turn throwaway paper into a pocket and a tag. And by the end, you'll have proof that beauty can begin right where you are. Now, I have both a free calendar, which would be wonderful, and a free seed catalog. And I choose the seed catalog because of the variety of pictures. Yeah, what if your first junk journal project was already sitting in your mailbox? It might be. Now, if you've ever wondered where to start with junk journaling, this is the video that I wish I could hand you first. And the reason that I do want to do this is because I've been reading in different Facebook groups of people starting to junk journal or wanting to start junk journaling, and they can't quite put their thought around, where do I start? It seems so complicated. And this video is as simple as I could think to make it. I've got a junk mailer that arrived. They're trying to sell me life insurance. And it has a window. And I'm going to use the pictures from the seed catalog to decorate the envelope. The envelope is going to be a pocket. In fact, it's so large, it could be 2 pockets. But I only want one. And you could use a smaller envelope. You don't have to use a large one. Whatever you have. And it doesn't have to be a seed catalog. It could be a clothing catalog or a furniture catalog or whatever, a grocery store catalog. Doesn't matter. I'm making a place for the pocket to go. That makes sense to me. And I tore some pages out before to use it as embellishment, as decoration. But I wouldn't need to do that if I had chosen to use more than one magazine. It's simple. It's easy. As I mentioned, I've been doing videos for a while, 6 years, crafting much longer. And there are 312 videos on my channel, Positive Thanks Living, right now. Right now. Easy things, difficult things, complicated things, simple things. But if I was going to leave a video for somebody who is a little confused at the complexities that junk journalers show, this would be the one. It's all free. The tools are simple, a scissor and a glue stick. And the time it takes, 15 minutes. And you could make this over and over and over as long as you want. You could fill up the entire magazine or booklet that you have with pockets and tags. And that would be a great place to start. It's simple, it's easy, and in this case, relatively inexpensive. In this point, buying the glue stick probably is the only thing you need to buy. Now, later on in the video, because I like to write on tags, I put in a piece of lined paper. And you could get your lined paper from your, I don't know if you have children or grandchildren, or if you walk into a place. Hey, a blank piece of paper, draw your own lines. Simple, easy, quick. So, after 312 videos in 6 years, this is the first junk journal project that I would start with. It's not a kit. It's not a paper pad. It's not a pile of supplies. Oh yeah, I have lots of supplies in my room. Regardless, you don't need them to start. You can see, that's what I'm doing, just something simple. Yeah. So, gluing, cutting out the pictures that I like. Now, if I were to do this again, same project, I would be careful about the tag that I put in, that the flowers on the tag are situated in a better spot. You're going to see that in a little bit. But right now, they're there. they're decorated. See? And you don't even have to put that much of the pages from the seat catalog on your envelope. You could just put 1 or 2. Cover up the writing, or don't cover up the writing. Leave a spot for you to write. Like I could have left that open at the top and bottom of the window to write the year and to write a word or an encouragement. In this particular case, I'm just showing you that I've covered it up. Again, whatever your time allows. 10 minutes. You can do it with your children beside you, if you have children, or grandchildren. Or, you know what? The dog came in while I was doing this. You may hear a faint noise of her nails on my craft room floor. Click, click, click. Yeah, the dog came in, the dog left. I was obviously very boring. But for me, this meant 15 minutes of concentrating on a task. My hands are moving. Science has proven that crafting is good for our mental health. So there you go. There is the pocket, complete. And now I'm going to pick a page, any page, doesn't matter, and glue it down. Oh, I like those sunflowers. So that's where the colorful page will go. The colorful flowers on the envelope that is now a pocket. Simple, easy, so quick. You could be more careful than I am being. You could be less careful than I'm being. I mean, I could have just done an outline of glue. Now, I have found this piece of paper that they mailed me. It's 8.5 by 11, and it fits in the envelope. So that's what I'm going to go with. But as you're going to see, I don't like how tall it is, so I cut it down. The reason that I'm gluing the inside so it is because I want it to become more sturdy. And as it dries, as the glue dries, it will become quite sturdy. Now I could have put 4 pieces of paper on there to make the tag even more sturdy. But I'm going to add some of the magazine images, and that's going to add to the bulk and the sturdiness. There, I cut off the top, and it does still fit. Now, here is a one way of making a tag. I am not an expert at this. You cut the corner, you flip the corner on the opposite side, and then you cut again. And you now have a tag shape. You don't need a tag shape. You could keep it straight across. It wouldn't matter. It's up to you. This is creating a space that is decorated for journaling, should you choose to journal. Maybe you won't write on it what you make. Maybe you will doodle. Maybe you'll just put pictures all over. Maybe if you have a seat catalog like me, you'll take your time looking through and pulling out the exact flowers that you love. Now see, this goes down, and in the window, I would have been more careful if I did this again of what would appear in the window. But I didn't, and it's not perfect, and that's okay. Perfection is not the goal. Just doing it. Just moving your hands, enjoying the tactile experience, enjoying the beauty of whatever you're gluing down. Maybe it's clothing that you'd love to have. Maybe, yeah, but the budget doesn't work for that. I get it. I do. Maybe it's the flowers you'd love to have in a garden that right now you don't have, but you could later on. What flowers would you choose to be in your garden? Leave a comment below. I'd love to know. I didn't have a garden for the longest time. I still don't, to be very candid, but I could. When I first started junk journaling in 2020, making videos, or 21, I don't know. When I first started, we lived in an apartment and there was no gardening space available. But I still had seed catalogs because they're pretty and because someday I might. I would plant a hydrangea bush. Really love hydrangeas. The bluey color is my favorite, bluey purpley color. So there you go. Send away for a seed catalog, or go to a place where they sell flowers. I forget what the name of them are. A nursery. There we go. And see if they have any catalogs hanging around. And if not, if it's another topic, I have a friend in my in-person crafting group. She went to the doctors and the dentist, and she reminded all of us that even when you have mobility problems, you still have to go to see the doctor or the dentist. So see if they have any flyers there. So she brought some home with her, and she was showing us in a picture for our in-person crafting group. It's like, see, even when you go places you have to go, there's something to take home with you. So there you go. Information from Tracy. Great idea, Tracy. Thank you. I'm going to decorate this lined area with some more photos or images. And soon it'll be done, and it'll go in the pocket, and everything will be done for this 15 minutes or longer. But you see, start with a scissor, with a glue stick, with some pretty images, and a junk mailer, or any envelope. Or you don't even need an envelope. You could make your own little square and glue it down 3 sides, leaving the top open. And you could tuck in something. Sometimes the number of options can confuse someone that's just starting. So that's why I'm not showing a lot of options. I'm showing this more simple thing that I could think of. The least expensive I could think of. And the one that hopefully will give you pleasure. So I'm Lori at Positive Thanks Living, because that's the way I want to live, with optimism and gratitude. And I look forward to seeing you again. I make videos twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. So take care, and I wish you happy crafting. Bye for now.